7:45 and I'm ready to start my day. Let's go. So I'm at my office in downtown Dallas, and after I check in there, I run across to grab a quick cup of coffee. It's a way to get me energized, usually till lunch, and kind of a breakup of my morning. So we're on our way back to the office. I love the mornings, being able to walk downtown. I mean, look at this view. It's incredible. There's not really a typical day at my office. We can go to the office and think that everything's planned for the day, and at 8:30, everything changes. So that's one of the things that's exciting about real estate. It's exciting about my business, and I'm looking forward to bringing you along today to kind of share some of the things that are happening. I love walking downtown too, because there's just an energy downtown. You see our city, you see the growth, you see the vibrancy, and walking to work, walking throughout downtown just kind of gives me a pulse of what's happening. So we're on our way back to the office. Like the street and the parking and the observations. So I've spent the last 2 hours answering phone calls, returning phone calls, emails, meeting with the team, and now I'm about to hop on a conference call with someone who's doing a press interview to talk about the Jane Jacobs wall over at the Purse building. I'm in a non-traditional field. I'm a woman that works around a lot of men. Okay guys, thank you so much. Look forward to talking to you more. Thank you. So now we're in the car. We just finished our morning conference calls, back-to-back calls to talk about different projects, an oil and gas project, a real estate project, someone that's handling a press interview, and we're heading over to our current project in downtown Dallas, the Purse building, to meet with a few people over there, someone that's interested in the building, someone who is a broker, and to talk a little bit further about what's happening over there. So, jumped in the car. Of course, we're running a few minutes late. In the West End in downtown Dallas, one of the things I love about the West End is all of the history. We have a lot of historic buildings. Of course, it's the new innovation district for downtown Dallas. We have the county courthouse, a lot of just really wonderful history about downtown Dallas. And we're heading over to the Purse building for our next appointments. So, and then of course, this corner was a way to try to, so just a couple, just kind of like talking out loud. So, if this was a single user, of course you would come in the entry and you have this whole space, but you would also have the capabilities to have split space. So you could have one entry there where that stamp is. That corner is a really important retail corner that needs to be utilized. So I almost see these two as they could be potentially two separate. Well, yeah, we just have to configure. So what they do is they have these configured with the women's and these configured with the men, and it goes straight up.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that we can't shift it somehow. The big thing's going to be the fire access and the stair, because this is for fire or for, exit. So, but I'm sure we can. So I have my next meeting with some brokers that are stopping by to take a look at the building. We're going to give them a tour, kind of give them the history of the building, and get some feedback on prospective tenants. So the building went through about a 15-month, what we consider phase one, which is basically abatement, demo, taking it back to the shell. So the building's been empty for 30 plus years. We're the fourth owner in, a decade. The building, was boarded up, shaded up, just sort of forgotten. So this building has a lot of history in the neighborhood. It's the former Purse warehouse building. Something that's special about the building is the fact that it still has all of its original character. Where a lot of these other historic buildings, very beautiful buildings in the neighborhood, they were modernized at a time in the early 2000s when nobody wanted anything old. So with the exterior, it might look old, you go in, things have a more modern look, which is now actually outdated. So, there's not a lot of this type of product on the market where, you go in and it's more of a loft type space of what you might see in, New York or, in some of these areas of the West Coast, where you go into these old historical buildings, they still have that character. Of course, the sixth floor, the highest ceilings have all the original tin ceilings. And we'll walk up there, but you can see as you're walking through the building, it gives the tenant kind of an opportunity to kind of be involved in some of the process, I guess, of what they choose and what they like. They want to look at the different finish of the floors. Now, the space really spends itself well how it looks, but there's still an opportunity for them to still be involved with some aspects of it. Yeah, with some creativity. I like the texture item. I like the paint. But all that also depends on the tenant likes. But so far, in here, they like in places there's clean paint, there's original paint. So we have a 10-minute break. Haven't eaten since my smoothie this morning. And we're going to run over across the street and get my favorite snack, which would be coffee. Just what I need. So we're gonna grab a quick coffee, 10-minute break, and come back for our next appointment at the Purse Building. So I'm walking to my next appointment at the Purse Building. We're going to meet with another prospective user for the building. Internally, interior, we can't do anything with any outstanding features that are part of the history. For example, there's vaults on the first floor, there's vaults in the basement. We can't do anything to those, they're considered historic. The ghosting on the outside wall, we can't paint it, we can't touch it, we gotta leave it.
She's been waiting all day for this call, so we're about to find out if it's a deal or no deal.
So I just stepped back in. I was on a conference call. I had just gotten a call on a project that I've been actually working on for almost 2 years. And I just got the call that the project has sold. So that's an example of this business, the highs and lows. Every day is different. Sometimes you work on things for months and they fall through. Other times they come together at sort of an unexpected time. Just kind of want to share with you the good news. So talking about the construction business and development, there's always surprises. So last week we had a major storm that came through downtown Dallas, busted out several of our windows, caused a lot of debris. So we're already over here for meetings, but someone from my team is here today meeting with some contractors to repair the damages from last week's storm. So this is an example. Every day there's a lot of surprises, but it definitely keeps everything very, very exciting. It's 6:20 p.m. and we are heading back to the office, leaving the West End. It's been a super busy day. Expected to be back at the office about 5, and we're running a little late, but we're heading back now to check on emails and catch up on being out most of the day. Don't mind my messy desk. Just got back to the office at 6:45 p.m. Been out in meetings all afternoon, checking my messages, checking emails, trying to get out of here in the next, hopefully, 30 minutes. From here, I am going on to a community event. There is a local food drive to assist those who are without power from a recent storm. One thing that I think is really important, both personally and for my company, is to be very active in the community. So whenever possible, I try to get out and do community service. I try to get out and meet the neighbors, the stakeholders, and really be involved in
making downtown and helping to make my city better. This is sort of a typical day in my world and with Wildcat management. As you can see, there really is no such thing as typical. You know, one of the things that I love about this business is every day is new, every day is exciting. You can wake up in the morning and think that you have things planned out. There's always a surprise and there's always change. So, you know, I love that avenue of the business. You know, something that I'm very proud of is the active involvement that I have been able to play in the revitalization of downtown. You know, I live here, I work here, I play here. My business is very, very involved in downtown, and the vibrancy, the energy, the activity, being able to move around the city is so exciting to me and so rewarding. We're gonna post our contact information on our YouTube page. If there's any questions that you have or any content or anything you'd like to see, we're interested in hearing from you and, you know, sharing some other avenues of downtown and real estate.